Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Introduce yourself.
Van Andrei Viktorovich.
How?
Van Andrei Viktorovich.
Van?
Van.
3 letters?
Yes.
Whose last name is that?
Father.
Father. Russian?
My father is also a mestizo, half Russian, half mestizo.
Tell us about your nationality. But first, tell me your date of birth.
5th of July 95.
How old are you?
23.
23. Where were you born?
Bogorodskoy.
How?
The village is Bogorodskoy.
Clear. Where do you live?
Nikolaevsk on the Amur.
Nikolaevsk on the Amur?
Yeah.
What is the distance to Moscow?
Approximately 12,000 kilometers.
12,000 kilometers. Have you been in Moscow?
Was not.
Have you been abroad?
I haven't been abroad.
Now you are in Ukraine.
Just now.
Tell us about your nationality. A person like you is here for the first time.
My nationality. These are the disappearing indigenous peoples of the Far East. My nationality is already disappearing.
Why?
The nationality to which I belong is mixed with Russian and loses its authenticity.
Nationalities mix.
Yes, they mix. There is no one big nationality in Yakutia. Instead, there are small peoples of the Far East.
Do you have some elder in a community in Yakutia, or is there no such thing already?
Maybe there is, but I don't know for sure.
Do you know your language?
I couldn't hear my own language. I don't even know the words.
Did he exist?
Once upon a time, a long time ago, it existed.
A long time ago. When was that?
300 years ago.
300 years ago your national language existed. So, how many representatives of your nationality are left?
I can't say for sure, but somewhere around 5,000.
How much was?
I don't have the slightest idea.
How much approximately? 100,000 or 1,000,000?
Maybe 100,000.
Maybe. What are you doing here?
How to say?
Tell it like it is.
I don't know what I'm doing here and I don't want to be here.
Do you understand that you are in captivity?
Yes.
Why don't you want to be here?
Because I'm here because of a mistake. Because of my stupidity.
Because of your stupidity? I think it will be an interesting interview. Tell us what mistake you made. Take into account that you were mobilized. Where is the mistake?
That I went here. I might not have signed. I might not have signed the document so I wouldn't get here.
Tell us how it was and when you were handed the summons.
I was given a summons. Back in October. October 24th.
How it was.
I was put into a car by 3 police officers and, under supervision, they handed me a document for me to sign.
What does it mean to sign under supervision? What day was it?
It was like Friday. In the evening. At work.
At work?
Yes, but they took me out.
You got it out? You were at work.
Yes.
Yes. The police come and what do they say?
They ask my first name, last name and patronymic. They take me outside.
From the shop?
From the store.
By force?
No.
Did you just go?
Yes.
You're out.
Yes, it was. And they handed me a summons to the military registration and enlistment office. It was like an invitation. To the military office.
Not a summons, but an invitation?
It was a summons to the army. I'm just bad at documentation.
When did you come to the draft board?
They asked for the next day.
On Saturday, you went to the draft board.
Yes.
What was there?
I said. Sign me up? I became a shooter.
Did you have conscription?
Yes.
Who were you?
I served as a conscript. Near Khabarovsk. Tank forces. These are the Orenburg, Tomsk, Yekaterinburg regions.
Yeah.
That was it.
What was your specialty during your enlistment?
Shooter.
Are you also a shooter now?
Yes, even now.
Clear. You flew to Ukraine. How long was your flight?
7 hours.
Okay. Flying several times?
Yes, several times.
Do you consent to the recording of the publication of our conversation?
Yes.
When did you get to Ukraine after all the flights and already with a gun? In what military structure did you get here?
This was at the beginning of November.
November. As part of what unit?
It seems to be 155th Brigade.
Now in these troops there are soldiers who do not even know what unit they are in. Who is the company commander?
We were assigned even earlier. In Ukraine. Then our company commander was Kirov.
Who?
Kirov.
Kirov? What is his rank?
I don't know his rank. I don't know anything about him. He must have special documentation. I guess so.
Just this?
Surname, because he is the commander of my company. Kirov is a surname.
Did he have any insignia?
No.
Did he fight with you?
I didn't see him with us.
What did you do in November, December and January, 3 months? Where were you?
We were in Volnovakha and in other locations. We just roamed.
What do you mean by nomadic? How do you mean?
Don't know. We were just there.
Did you fight?
No, we didn't fight. My war ended just a week ago.
The war ended a week ago, but when did it really start? How long have you been fighting?
We fired only at military exercises.
And here in Ukraine? How many automatic magazines have you shot?
About 4 automatic magazines.
Killed someone?
I mean in military exercises.
And in Ukraine after the exercises? Or were the exercises in Ukraine?
Yes.
What did you do in November when you were nomadic? Did you go here and there? Where did you live?
In villages and towns. They lived in houses. Not in destroyed houses, but in habitable ones. Or somewhere else.
Who allowed you to be there?
We didn't ask.
You understand that the house is not yours. Who gave you the right to be there?
The company commander was responsible for this.
Who was he talking to?
Maybe with the locals.
Food was tasty? Canned food.
We also ate dry rations.
Food from the houses of former residents.
We didn't find anything like that in the houses.
What did you find?
The houses were completely destroyed. We cleaned it ourselves.
Who destroyed the houses?
I don't know.
What are you fighting for?
Good question.
Thanks, I'm trying. You specifically. You are now with Burns. I know that you have received medical attention now.
This can be called psychological pressure. If you don't want to die, keep a machine gun in your hands.
Interesting conversation. Psychological pressure of whom and on whom? I understand the pressure on you.
Yes, I understand.
Who is pressing?
Military commanders.
And what did they say?
They didn't say anything.
And what happened?
All ammunition and weapons go on report and we will be responsible for their loss.
Did you carry a machine gun just so as not to lose it?
Yes.
It turns out that yes. What ammo did you have?
What is provision?
Bulletproof vest.
They gave out both old and new.
What was yours?
I had new ammunition.
New helmet and armor?
At least everything was in the package. And everything was fixed.
What class of body armor?
First class protection.
First?
I don't know for sure.
The first is the smallest level of protection.
The smallest? It's most likely the first one or the second one.
No fourth? What helmet?
A regular cap.
Do you know what a cap is?
It is so called.
A cap is a product that is stretched over your old Soviet-style helmet. From above it is beautiful and fashionable. There is foam rubber inside, but this is essentially not a helmet. You tried?
Check?
Yes.
No.
Try it, I know what you're looking at. Try to step on it or hit it. Clearly, there were 4 magazines of ammunition. Yes or no?
There were more.
Were there grenades?
Yes.
What did they tell you about captivity?
Ukrainian captivity?
Yes.
Don't give up.
Why?
It's not clear.
Didn't they explain anything?
No.
Why not give up? What did they say to do?
Someone talked about it. In captivity they are tortured and beaten.
How many times have you been tortured?
I was not particularly tortured.
Not really, how is it? Of course you were beaten, but it was the moment of capture. Is there something bad in this?
No.
I don't support it, but the killer came to kill us. The military who took you prisoner was probably on emotion. It was adrenaline anyway. You know our subscribers paid for you, don't you? You and I had to record a video about the fact that you were taken prisoner under the program of the exchange fund of Dmitry and Vladimir. I am Dmitry, and Vladimir is now in a different place. Tell the last day, how you were taken prisoner. Where was it, under what circumstances? What time?
I got to the southern Duchess. Duchess Ugladar, or rather not to the south, but to the north. In the building, the guys and I sat for about a week, probably. Then the guys realized where we were. In short, there were still people in the building. They tried to smoke us out. Grenades didn't help.
How many people were in the building?
Maybe 20 people.
Were you stormed? Were you grenaded?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you shoot back there?
We fired back.
Did you shoot?
I couldn't even show my face.
Why?
Because there were shots everywhere. I was huddled in a corner, if I may say so. I ran around the corners to escape the ricochets.
Have you had dead and wounded?
Yes. Of course.
And the wounded and the dead?
There were more dead.
How many were dead?
I didn't count, but they were on the second floor. And those who, like me, survived, were in the basement. This basement was only half a basement.
Did the windows face the street?
Yes, there were small windows lined with bricks.
Yeah. How did you get injured? How were you captured?
They threw a warning grenade and said, "If you don't come out, we will throw more grenades." I don't know which one, but they threw a grenade that blew all the walls. It turned out that we were smoked out.
They threw a grenade, you didn't come out, and then they threw another one.
Yes.
Why didn't you come out?
The commander forbade it.
Was the commander with you?
Yes.
How many people were in the basement?
Part commander.
Part commander?
Yes. But he seems to have died first.
He died? How many people were taken prisoner?
There are 7 or 6 people.
Yes. How many were killed?
Yes.
What are you fighting for? What has Ugladar or I done wrong to you? Why did the squad leader die? Who forbade you to surrender?
I cannot answer this question. I don't know why we were in Ugladar. Who came up with that? This is a servile man.
Who is a servant? A slave? Maybe you have a homeland here? It's funny how he's a representative of the peoples. Do people drink alcohol in your homeland?
No.
At home?
There are many adequate people in my homeland.
Who more?
More normal.
More normal? This is how nations are destroyed. He said a phrase, that 300 years ago the mixing of the people began, as soon as you were conquered. How did you become part of the Russian occupation country? Do you know your history?
I do not know much. I was not interested and hardly saw the books. Maybe in the future I will see and read. Because basically I was brought up by Russians. And I was born Russian. My grandfather, who was a representative of those people, I did not see. He died and I haven't been born yet.
What do you know about Ukraine?
About Ukraine? This is a former country of the USSR.
Didn't understand.
Or not?
We were once in the USSR, unfortunately. But then we got out of there. Do you know any general facts about Ukraine? Can you name the approximate population of Ukraine?
No.
Who is the president of Ukraine?
At the moment, Vladimir Zelensky.
Before that, who was it?
I do not remember.
Don't remember. Who are the Nazis?
Nazis are those who destroyed other nations?
Yes, you can say that, if everything is reduced. Or even not. Actually, you know the story. Interested in this?
History? I have some amount of knowledge in this area.
Are you an occupier?
Who?
Are you an occupier?
In no case.
In no case? So categorically and so culturally said. Why aren't you invaders? Why are you not an occupant? If you said, in any case, then you know this term. Who is this?
I definitely wouldn't want to be an occupier.
What you didn't want is one thing. But let's look at real events. Who is an occupier?
Don't know. The one who takes what is not his.
Land grabber. What are you doing 11,000 kilometers from your home, in a foreign country with a machine gun? He can't tell what he's doing here. Why can't you tell? If you don't want to, then you don't have to speak.
I'm just confused.
Why? What worries you?
I'm all for world peace. And you ask questions to which I do not know the answer.
For world peace, but you went to fight.
I hoped that I would not live to see the war.
What does it mean?
I hoped not to go to the front.
Did you mean to hurt yourself?
I didn't want to hurt myself.
Hello.
Hello.
Good night.
Good morning.
You are worried about a journalist from Ukraine. My name is Dmitry. Your son is in captivity.
I saw a video about my son today.
You saw the video on Telegram. Yes?
Yes.
Are you happy that he is alive?
What to do?
Nothing. If you want to talk to him, I need your consent for the conversation to be recorded and published.
I definitely need to talk to him.
Do you consent to the recording?
It remains to agree.
Gives consent.
Recording in progress?
Yes.
I want to talk.
Everything is fine. Speak up.
Hello, Mom.
My little one. My little boy. My little one. Son.
Hold the phone like this.
Son, how are you?
I'm fine, don't worry.
Don't say everything is fine. I saw your face.
Everything is fine with the face, it's just that there are burns.
I've already called everyone. I called the military hotline, got all the commanders. Where are you now?
I am now in captivity.
What should be done?
It is necessary to make sure that the military enlistment office submits documentation for the exchange of me.
Military enlistment office in Nikolaevsk?
Yes, sure.
Son, are you all right with your face?
Yes, it's all right. I received medical attention.
We're going by car to Nikolaevsk tomorrow.
Let's.
We have severe frosts. Therefore, it is not certain that the car will start. I will ask someone to take me away in a Buran, and then I will call a taxi.
Good.
Son, are you hungry?
Yes, I'm full. I am treated like a human being here.
Are you not being beaten?
No.
How I didn't worry. I saw a video about you.
See how it all turned out. I shouldn't have gone to war.
Finish talking.
Mom, good to hear from you. It's good that you heard me. Everything is fine?
Sonny. Son, thanks for calling. Thank you all for letting you call. I'm almost going crazy here.
Everything is fine.
Can I ask you?
Son, are you okay?
Yes, he is doing well. He received medical attention. The burns will go away because the wounds have been treated. Why did you let your son go to kill us?
He was mobilized. Nothing depends on me. I didn't want to let my son go. I did not want.
What did you do?
You are our brothers. My son was mobilized. Nothing depends on me.
Are we your brothers? Who told you this? Since when are we brothers?
I said, because you are Ukrainians.
We are Ukrainians and you are not our brothers, because brothers do not kill each other. Where am I wrong?
It doesn't depend on us.
Who does it depend on?
That's what the authorities do.
And who chose the power? If you say that it does not depend on you, then it is you who have chosen the government, which decided to go and kill Ukrainians. So you're all accomplices.
Nobody was going to kill you. We didn't know anything that this would happen. Nobody knew this would happen.
The war has been going on for a year now. How can you not know?
Do you think we'll send our sons there like this?
Look, your son is now wounded and captured. You sent him.
And I am a simple woman who lives in the village.
These slaves like your son are taken and simply sent to kill other people.
They just took my son away. I couldn't do anything.
Do you think this is normal?
I think it's not normal. But what can I do?
This is the point. You are all slaves, the authorities have intimidated you and forced you to simply follow it. And you can't do anything, and you don't even want to do anything. Everything suits you. Your son was taken from you and sent to die. He was lucky, he survived.
We can't do anything, we can't. Understand me.
Live with it. I do not wish you a good evening, because you are slaves. Have something to add?
Well, I never wanted anything bad for anyone. Don't want. But according to the law, it turns out that I turned out to be bad.
By what law did you become bad?
Or not according to the law.
I'm bad, but I can't tell you why. By tradition, our prisoners of war turn to their fellow countrymen if they want. They say something. Something advise. Will you speak?
I don't know how.
Say something simple from the heart. For example, when you go to war, take warm socks.
Better not to go here. Everything is tested already on my skin. That this is all a senseless war and it is not clear why this war is needed. I said at home, why should I fight in another territory? On his own, to fight first, then think for other lands.
Why do you need these territories?
No, not needed.
Why do you say so?
I expressed myself incorrectly. I meant first you need to fight on your own territory.
Like protect your territory?
Yes.
It's clear. Thank you. What did your military say to each other? Why are you at war?
In Russia?
Yeah. In Russia.
Everything is different. Some say that we are fighting against banderas, some say that we are fighting against NATO. We were told that we are not at war with Ukraine, but with all countries, but on the territory of Ukraine.
Did you see here NATO?
No.
Bandera people?
Did not see. The first time I saw it was when they shot at me. I realized that it turns out that we are fighting against ordinary people. As we are.
You know what's the difference? We are at home. Have you seen many dead people?
By the way, I didn't see them. I saw only one, but I did not see his face. I saw that he was just lying. I didn't see anyone else.
You said that there were many killed.
Yes, they were. But I didn't see them then.
Where are the officers?
I don't know. Maybe they are already dead.
Were they in the house too?
Maybe they were. But I don't know them by sight.
How were you allocated then?
We had assigned people.
What do you mean, assigned?
Like so.
Cool.